So today is our lesson 8, which talks about social psychology. Let us start. So social psychology is a field in psychology, is a subfield in psychology that studies about the impact of people. Okay, so the impact of people and how does it affect to the behavior of a particular person that belongs in a group. Okay? So it examines how people impact or affect each other with particular focus on the power of the situation. So there are actually two things that we need to consider in studying social psychology. So it's either um, it's actually the power of dispositionism and situationism. So once we talk about dispositionism, dispositionism believes that behavior daw is based on a person's internal factors, meaning a person's attitude, a person's personality trait, a person's temperament, in relation to ang iyahang response to the situation. However, in situationism naman, their perspective is ang behavior and actions are plainly determined or caused by the immediate environment and surroundings. So this is actually promoted by social psychologists. However, ang dispositionism somehow can still be in relation to social psychology, pero it is in relation to personality psychology because they believe na um, our reaction to the environment is based on internal factors, so kanang atong mga attitudes and behaviors, no? So now, according to social psych, they believe in the term called fundamental attribution error. So fundamental attribution error is a tendency to overemphasize internal factors as attributions for behavior and underestimate the power of situation. So sometimes people have the tendency to look more into the attitudes yun of the person. Inani man gyud siya na pagkatao, di ba? Kung other than aside from looking into the power of the situation, basin di ay na ang situation ang nakapa-force sa person to behave that way, no? So that is what we call as the fundamental attribution error. So an example of that is in a quizmaster study, no? So kabantay mo anang mga uh, we call this kind of mga games in deep television, di ba? So an example of that is what is portrayed here, no, sa picture. So people tended to disregard the influence of the situation and wrongly concluded that a questioner's knowledge was greater than their own. Okay, so they believe na somehow, kung dili na daw maka-answer si person, it's because I mean, dili na niya makaya na knowledge because he doesn't know that at all. But according to situationism, na basing nakulbaan lang or mental blank, di ba? That's part of the factors in the inside the environment, no, the situation itself can cause uh, a great effect on a person. So we are very particular as social psychologists, no, we are very particular in studying different kinds of cultures because din ha magikan ang power of social psychology. So in order for us to understand social psych, we always need to consider groups, no, behaviors of people in a group, no, and how are they influenced, how the group influences a specific person. So that is social psychology. So of course, we need to study the different cultures. No, that the different cultures that we have now are specifically individualism and collectivism. So once we talk about individualism, from the word itself, individualistic ang culture niya. So it's focused on achievement, no, focus on autonomy, so meaning individualized siya, no, dispositional perspective, dispositional meaning ana different traits ang person, no, independent analytic thinking style. Okay, so meaning ana on a person himself. That's individualistic. But once we talk about collectivistic, these are relationship oriented. So meaning, culture nila is based on relationships, no? Focused on group autonomy. So what is the decision of the group will be followed by the entire members of the group. So situational perspective. So kung situational perspective, mag-agad yun sila sa environment. Compared to mag-agad sila kaugaling kung decisions or internal factors, right? So interdependent. So meaning, connected ang usa ka ang usa ka person sa group connected siya sa the other members of the group. That's interdependent. And last is holistic thinking style. So meaning they are thinking as part of a whole. Okay? So kana. So compared to individualistic na individualistic culture is really focusing on the self, not based on a certain. Okay, let's go back. Sorry. Okay, let us proceed to actor-observer bias. According to social psychology, that there is what we call a phenomenon wherein it's called actor-observer bias, wherein a person explains other people's behavior based on their disposition. Meaning, ano, if ikaw, you are a person, you base other people's view on their attitude or internal factors, no? So, in anak gid na siya na pagkatao, sukat pa sa unang. So, it's like that. However, you base your own behavior due to situational forces. So, but ikaw, you base your behavior on based on the situation based on the effect of the environment. Okay? So, say for example, if I am a person, okay, so for example, ako, according to social science, na most of the time daw, you compare yourself to others in this way. Imong i-incorporate ang attitude sa uban sa ilahang disposition in life, meaning ana ilahang internal traits. But you base your reasons and behaviors on situational forces. So say for example, there's a person na always late. Nga ikaw na malate sometimes, say butang ka lang ha. So if you try to compare yourself to this person, moingon gyud ka niya, siya permi man siya late. Nana na gyud na siya sukad pa pag high school. That's you portray him with based on his internal factors, right? Sa iyang pagka-late. But if I ask you, why are you late? No? Ay, ma'am, ako late, ma'am, kay na-traffic, ma'am ko. Okay? Meaning, you are basing it on the situation that you are on. So, situational forces. So, mas dali kay ta maka-judge sa uban based on their internal factors, meaning, based on their disposition, based on their attitudes or personality. But kita, we base it, mura siya rationalizing ba? We base everything on situational forces. Next, there is also what we call the term self-serving bias. So self-serving bias is a tendency for individuals to take credit by making dispositional or internal attributions for positive outcomes and situational or external attributes for negative outcomes. So according to social psychology, na if positive gani ang outcome, we always base it on ourselves. Ay, anigid ko, mayugid ko, ana, no, I am skillful on that. But if negative ang outcome, we always base it on the situation. No, external attribution. So, para sa ato, example of being late. So, sorry ma'am, na late ko because na-traffic ko or na dugay kong gipagawa sa papa or in anin anak, no? So that's what you call a self-serving bias. So it protects your self-esteem. Okay, so we emphasize internal, stable, and controllable explanations for our success. No, so okay, next. Just world hypothesis. Just world hypothesis is an ideology common in the US. This is on the Western culture, no? That people get the outcomes they deserve. So this can lead to victim blaming. So somehow, no, we tend to judge others based on this situation. Ay, basin na napangunan mo siya because maldas man yung kwarta or something like that, no? So somehow the world gave him what he deserved. That is what we call is just world hypothesis, no? So that people get the outcomes they deserve. And this will actually lead to victim blaming. So you blame the victim. Now, um, in relation to social psych, very common kaayo ang social norm. No? So, what is a norm? Let us try to define it. So, norm is what is expected of you to appropriately behave in a group. So, group expectations regarding what is appropriate for the thoughts and behavior of its members. So, social norm. So, say, for example, if you are part of a fraternity group, no? So, what would they do as initiation? So, meaning na norm siya sa group na naagi initiation in order for you to be part of the kabrother in this group, no? You can be part of the group if you perform the initiation rites wherein you are kanang kuan in kanang i-punish mo first, no? Parang kung according ang explanation sa fraternity is if you have felt this pain, meaning kana na ang na feel po nimo ang mga ang pain sa other nimong mga kabrad inside the fraternity. So that makes you one. So that's part of the social norm. So according to them, nag-expect sila na if you will become part of our group, then you are expected to do this because this is normal sa akma. No? So next naman is social roles. What is your social role? What is the social role that you play? So what is social role, by the way? So it is defined as a pattern of behavior that is expected of a person in a given setting or a group. So say, for example, you are a student. What is your role? What is your social role? So somehow, inside a classroom, you are expected to do the activities, accomplish tasks, no, in order to get grades. So that is your social role. Okay? So what is expected of you in a group? So script naman is a person's knowledge about the sequence of events in a specific setting. So somehow we know already what will happen along the way, no? Because you have seen or you're given an objective or a goal as to where you're going. No, that's part of the script. Let's proceed. So, I think you have remembered the Stanford prisoner experiment, no, wherein um, it was actually a social psychology experiment wherein a group of 24 healthy college students with no psychiatric problems were randomly assigned to be a prisoner in a guard, no? And then what happened was the guards really played their role to be guards, no? They became authoritarian and sadistic without the proctor telling them now you should be like this, no? So prisoners became subservient, anxious, and hopeless. So they became real life prisoners yun, no? So that was actually part of social psych experiment. So um, we also have a term cognitive dissonance. Okay, so cognitive dissonance is a psychological discomfort that arises from a conflict in a person's behaviors, attitudes, or beliefs that runs counter to one's positive self perception. So it's actually connected to your attitude. No? So let us define attitude first, okay? Attitudes are evaluations of or feelings toward a person, idea, or object that are typically positive or negative. So somehow you have an idea and a feeling, no, towards the specific object, whether positive or negative. So somehow cognitive dissonance is like this in portrayal, okay? So how does it work? Okay, so say for example, smoking is bad for your health. Okay. Sorry. First, let's start first with the cognitive dissonance at the middle. Okay. So cognitive dissonance somehow has two balancing counters. First is, say for example lang, you are a smoker. So, you are a smoker, but you also know that smoking is bad for your health. Para ma-remove ang tension of cognitive dissonance, no, because you are at a point of discomfort between what you are and what you believe. Okay, so in order for you to remove the tension, it's either you will follow the first counter wherein smoking is bad for your health. So unsa man ang imuhang unsa man ang imuhang action based on what you believe, then you will quit smoking because dito ka ning tuo sa smoking is bad for your health. However, if you follow the second counter wherein there is really no research about it, clear research about it. So, I will still remain a smoker. Or say for example, pwede ra sad ka mo reason out bitaw tanan mga matay. So, wala kay mawa na ko if ever ma-smoker ko, di ba? So that is part of cognitive dissonance. We tend to rationalize, no, what we do. Okay, so that's part of cognitive dissonance. Dapat manggod mawa gyud si tension. Okay, si cognitive dissonance, what you believe and what you are is if ever somehow dili sila, opposite sila. What you know and who you are is opposite from each other. Mangita gid kag way para ma-parallel sila with each other or magka puyon sila kuha with each other. That's why, no, it's either you will follow either of the results. Now, sorry class, proceeding to the next one. Okay, so there's an initiation effect in cognitive dissonance, no? So there's a difficult initiation into a group influences as to like the group more due to the justification of effort. According to cognitive dissonance, na if difficult daw ang initiation, the more you like the group. Okay? So, say for example, katong example na fraternity, na feel man nimo parehas mo tanan og pain. So that's why you like the group even more. No? So difficult pud tanan yung nasugdan. Ya kampura appeal ka sa nakasuway-an. So you feel their pain and they feel your pain. So it feels na mura mong aswan. Pero if dili kaayo siya difficult, then somehow dili gid kaayo big ang influence sa group towards you. Okay, that's part of an example of cognitive dissonance. Now, in persuasion naman class, no? So, how can we become persuaded to do such behaviors? Okay. So, according to persuasion has two kinds of route. So, it's either you will follow the central route or you will follow the peripheral route. Okay. So, the process of changing our attitude towards something is based on form of communication. So first is the central route, no, and then the second one is the peripheral route. So I have searched about the central route, no, and then central route according to Google is a persuasion that uses facts and information to persuade potential consumers. So that's the central route, meaning ana you follow facts in factual information. But peripheral root, you follow cues such as beauty, fame, and positive emotions. So that's part of the peripheral root. So say for example, if facts ang imong basis, mas lasting ang change sa attitude. But if peripheral root, temporary lang ang change in attitude. Say for example, mag-depend lang ka sa beauty, mag-depend lang ka sa uh, yeah, 'di ba? That was it, no? Beauty, sabi ko ganito, beauty, fame, and positive emotion. So if it just gives you positive emotion, beauty, and fame, then temporary lang ang change in attitude. Say for example, kanang utang talang mga tambal, no? Dapat na manggid na factual basis, no? So in order for you to believe that this tambal is effective, then you would really know the facts. If ever in the advertisement, somehow gibutang gid dito ang partial facts, then there is more likely a chance that you would really believe it and would go for somehow that medicine, no? And then, however, peripheral root, say for example, kabantay mo class ka ng mga beer, na unsa na sa kanila mga advertisement, mga sexy-sexy, mga beauty-beauty, mga maskulado, no? Pero yes, it can still persuade, pero not really not really persuasive compared to you trying to trying to create an advertisement about a beer with camaraderie, no? So murag nindot ang impact sa camaraderie in using beer compared to kanang mga beauty, compared to mga maskulado and all, no? So mas less persuasive siya. So these are types of social influences, no? And then we will try to discuss somehow some of them. So first is conformity. Okay, so we have the Ash effect by Dr. Ash. Dr. Ash created an experiment with regards to people, no, trying to conform a situation. Okay, or kana. Okay, what he did was he grouped people into different groups, and then within a group, within a certain group, na siya mga ka, kanang sana kasabot to share the wrong answer, no? Kaya ang iyahang look into if ang kaning mga people inside the group, would they conform to the wrong answer, or would they still stand up for the right answer, no? Kibaw mo unsay hitabo, most of uh, the people in a group na dili kasabot ni Ash really declared the wrong answer, because dito na prove ni Dr. Ash na important gid ay ang influence of important gid ay ang group based on the influence of judgment towards the group into a person, no? So whether wrong ka or right, i-believe gyud ka sa person. Okay? So factors that affect the Ash effect is the size of the majority, unsa kadako ang majority, and then pila ka buok ang say of wrong answer. So the presence of another dissenter, the public or private nature of the responses. So somehow, kung nagstorya sila privately and publicly, no? So somehow it would really create a long lasting effect, no? Despite if it's wrong. Okay, asa na to, nawa na ko, I'm sorry. So, let's proceed to obedience naman. So, obedience is a difficult initiation into a group influences us to like the group more due to the justification of effort. So, somehow, obedience class is you allowing a person to be despite them not despite their opinions. Okay. So again, no, going back to the katong cognitive dissonance na example wherein the difficult the more difficult the initiation is of the group, the more you like a group. So that's part of obedience. So mo-obey gid ka sa sa na, sa group na um ang difficult of initiation. So follow gid mo ang group, no? So next naman is groupthink. So groupthink is a modification of the opinions of members of a group to align with what they believe is the group consensus. So this is also part of conformity, no? But somehow um the group think is perceiving the group as invulnerable or invincible. So sometimes wala na ang downside of group think because they believe that their group is invincible. Think na sila na dili masayop si group, no? So believing the group is morally correct where most of the times if they're not, no? Self-censorship is by group members, no? So meaning ana dili wala na siya iyang kaugalingong um thinking process, no? So nag-agad na siya sa team. Washing of dissenting group members' opinions. So you try to rely na lang on their opinions. Shielding of the group leader from dissenting views. So that's why if ikaw ang leader in a particular group, you would really become authoritarian, no? Because in order for the group to obey you. So holding stereotypes or negative attitudes toward the outgroup or others with differing viewpoints. So most ni ang nakabati sa groupthink because they feel na they are greater than other groups, no? Next naman is social facilitation and social loafing. Okay. Okay, social facilitation occurs when an individual performs better when an audience is watching than when the individual performs the behavior alone. So social facilitation is somehow you were encouraged because of a presence of people around. No? So say for example, you were performing in front and nakakita kasi of friends. You were really encouraged to do your best. No? So it encouraged you to perform well. Social loafing naman is the exertion of less effort by a person working together with a group. This is very common, no? In group works, no? So that's why ganahan din kung individual output because social loafing is somehow because mura lang kag nagpaalsag sa group pa. So you exerting less effort because other people are working really good. No? So dili na kaganahan mag-effort pa. So altruism naman. So when do people help others? So people help others. Three factors that shape whether people will help is pluralistic ignorance, diffusion of responsibility, and cost-benefit analysis. So cost-benefit analysis, what's in it for me? No? So if the cost weighs more than the benefit, then most probably you will not help. So kabantay mo atong video about katong sunog in Cotabato, maybe ito ang van, man siguro to, in Cotabato, and then nag-video rin sila class, wala sila ng tabak. Why? Because they are weighing down the cost-benefit analysis, no? Diffusion of responsibility, people most probably won't help because they don't want any responsibility added to their shoulders because of this person that they help. No? Pluralistic ignorance is they would most likely not help because they don't know what to do. That's it. No? So bystander intervention is when people intervene to help a stranger even if the intervention puts the helper at risk. No? So kasagaran ba yung class is we are very prone no to bystander effect. Magsige na lang ka live sa Facebook niya, magsige ingon na tabangin ni sila, and then ikaw na naatin ha, you could not even help this person. So that is part of bystander effect. Okay? So when do people help others? Through reciprocal altruism. So according to evolutionary psychology, a genetic predisposition for people to help others who have previously helped them. So um, somehow, no, you feel obliged to really help those people na naakay utang on. That is, you reciprocate how they have helped you. Okay, that's reciprocal altruism. So empathy altruism model is when people put themselves in the shoes of a victim and imagining how the victim feel will experience empathic concern that evokes an altruistic motivation for helping. So meaning that those people that has high empathy, no, sila kalukoy na factor, or yeah, they are really maluluy na people are will easily help these people. Okay, they will always imagine if I were in their shoes, what would I do? Diba? So, kana. So arousal is a cost-reward model on an egoistic theory claims that seeing a person in need leads to the arousal of unpleasant feelings, and observers are motivated to eliminate that aversive state, often by helping the victim. So because you were aroused of unpleasant things, no, you feel obliged to help the victim. So now, in social psychology, we also talk about love. Okay, so love is somehow has a lot of factors or a lot of types, no? Are you in love because you like this person? Meaning, intimate lang ka ni person. Companionate love is intimacy and commitment, no? So, you have intimacy, you have also commitment. Empty love is you have commitment but you don't have intimacy. Committed pa mo sa usap-usap. But, sorry, you are really not talking, no? Fatuous love is you have passion and commitment, but you don't have intimacy. So meaning there is lust, no? But there is also commitment. But there is no intimacy, meaning you don't talk with each other. Infatuation, passion lang ko puto plus you're burning with love. No? That's burning with love. Romantic love is passion and intimacy. So you can just say na romantic and love when you are burning with love with that person at the same time intimate mo, meaning you talk, you connect with each other, no? However, consummate love is all three. No, I could not say that this is a perfect form of love, but this is somehow no balances the intimacy, meaning your connection, your passion, your burning feeling with each other, and your commitment. You are devoted to that person no matter what happens. Okay, so social exchange theory is a theory where humans act as naive economists in keeping a tally of the ratio of costs and benefits of forming and maintaining a relationship. So with the goal to maximize benefit and minimize cost. So somehow, people remain in a relationship based on social exchange theory wherein they try to maximize what they get and minimize what they give or something like that. No? So positive or benefits na ilang madawat is greater than negative or the negative outcome or the costs that they will do. No, that's why if ever kung feeling sa person na kanang pirmi siya mag-give and wala siya nadawat ng positive or gamay ra iyang nadawat compared sa cost, then most probably the relationship would really end. No? So now, by the way, these are just concepts of social psychology. This is really not related with each other. However, I'm just giving you a bigger picture, of the concepts of social psych. So one of the concepts of social psych is stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. Stereotype is your thoughts. Okay, so say for example, how do you think of um, Muslim people? What do you think of Western people, African, So if these are negative thoughts about people, then that is part of a stereotype, no? So, for example, once you think about an Indian person, would you think na known yun sila ng mga tao kung kana? No, that is already part of a stereotype. So another one is the prejudice, okay? Prejudice is your feelings about that person, no? Meaning both positive and negative. So somehow feelings may influence treatment of others leading to discrimination. So somehow behavior na yun ang discrimination. So if ang stereotype is ang thought, negative thought. Prejudice are negative feelings, negative and positive feelings about this particular person. Discrimination is somehow the action of your stereotype and your prejudice. Okay, so discrimination is holding stereotypes and harboring prejudice that may lead to biased treatment. Okay, so examples of this is your thoughts is stereotype. Remember, have stereotype is Yankees fans are arrogant and obnoxious, no? So how do you relate mga schools, di ba? Sometimes nasa tayo stereotypes about schools or kung ani ka rin na school in ani, no? Prejudice is ang atong feelings towards these people, no? I hate Yankees fans. They make me angry, no? So what are our feelings towards a particular person or particular race? This would lead to what? Discrimination. I would never hire nor become friends with a person if I knew he or she were a Yankees fan. Okay, that would lead to discrimination. Okay, so types of prejudice and discrimination is number one, ageism. So prejudice and discrimination toward individuals based solely on their age. Uy, I will not be in a relationship with you, you're an oldie already, no? So, di naka-level, something like that, no? Homophobia is prejudice and discrimination against individuals based solely on their sexual orientation. It's very common nowadays, no? Racism naman is according you discriminate people according to their race, no? Sexism is you discriminate people according to their sex. Okay, so male, female is sex, no? So biological sex. Why do stereotypes and prejudice exist and persist? Because of confirmation bias, no? So somehow, because others, no, somehow is biased already to the group or to these particular groups, no? Whereas ikaw pod madapod ana. No, self-fulfilling prophecy, where self-fulfilling prophecy is what you declare in your mouth you will really act on it, no? In group bias is because siguro you are in a particular group and this group is an out group. So, scapegoating naman class is you trying to blame others of your misfortune. So somehow, um, you telling others, tungod manggod nimo na ani ko or something like that, no? So no sense of responsibility. So anyway, let us proceed to the next concept. So aggression naman is seeking to cause harm or pain to another person. So there are two kinds of aggression. First is hostile aggression, wherein it is motivated by feelings of anger with intent to cause harm or pain. So somehow, the other one naman is instrumental aggression, wherein is motivated by achieving a goal and does not necessarily involve intent to cause pain. So say for example, kanang mga football players, wherein na sila tendency to be aggressive because their aim is to get the ball to the other base. So somehow, it's not their intention to cause pain, pero included na sila sa job or something like that. Okay? So, bullying is a form of hostile aggression wherein directed you to creating cause and to creating harm or to giving harm towards another person, no? So a person, often an adolescent, is treated negatively or repeatedly and over time. So it involves three parties: the bully. So this bully experiences power and increased self-esteem. The more he or she bullies, then the more he feels powerful. The victim naman, because of the mistreatment of bullying, tends to increase his or her risk of anxiety and depression. Witnesses or bystanders naman is there are times na makawitness there most of the time, sorry, makawitness yun sila maka-witness gyud ang mga people around with regards to the bullying, no? So cyberbullying naman happens online, which is also very common now, no? Na easy na lang kayo sa usa ka uh, social media user na mambully, especially on um, videos and creative contents of other people. So bystander effect is a situation in which a witness or bystander does not volunteer to help a victim or person in distress. No? So as I have mentioned earlier, wherein there are really a lot of people now na would mainly try to look na lang at the situation. They would not seek any help, but would try to video the situation that they need help. When in fact, they could be a person that would help that specific person, or that specific person that is in harm. So that's it, class. No, so that ends our topic about social psychology. So if you do have any questions pertaining to social psych, kindly private message me. Okay. So, but this ends our topic on social psychology. So thank you so much and have a good day.